It's time for lunch on today's episode. Watch what I have for you in this little bag. A reusable napkin, an apple, and today's project, we are making a reusable lunch bag and a snack bag. To make our little lunch and snack bags, what you're going to use is vinyl. And this is about 16 gauge vinyl, so it's a little thick, but it works really well for this project. Go ahead and print off the PDF. You're going to find 3 patterns. This is the back for the sandwich bag, and this is the front for the sandwich bag. You're going to cut 1 of the back and 2 of the front. On the snack bag, you're going to cut 2 of this full size. And it's pretty easy to do. I'll just show you really quick here. Move these out of the way. Get your vinyl. And if you want to use an X-Acto knife and a ruler, you can certainly do that. So you get a nice straight edge. Or I like to just kind of sit it underneath and just take a pair of scissors and just cut along the edge. Kind of eyeballing it as I go. So you got it. Pretty simple, straightforward. So cut all the pieces out. Now we're going to start with the snack bag first. Go ahead and take 1 of the pieces of the vinyl you cut out and lay it over the top of the pattern like I've done so. Now if you notice, the writing's backwards, and it's that way for a reason, because this is going to actually be on the inside of the snack bag as we get it finished. So I went ahead, did the little dot writing, and then the same thing with the little faces and noses. What I did is I laid the black down first because we're going to color over the top. And I actually used the calligraphy point for this because you could get a little sharper edge on that. Now one thing you do want to do, there is a little bit of a residue on the plastic. So I just used, here again, I used a little bit of rubbing alcohol and went across the top with a paper towel just to pick any of that up. Let it just dry, and of course it dries super quick. And then you're ready to go ahead and do what I just told you. Now, I did go ahead and paper clip, and we should have did that a little bit earlier because it just helps it from sliding around on the paper. But, you know, I like to just hold it. So now you can see I've already shaken up my painters. They're ready to go. And I do like to have a little scratch paper just to make sure everything's the right color and they've been shaken up really well. So I'm going to just simply color over the top of the carrot. So you're just really using the pattern underneath as a guideline. I'm going to color that in. I'm going to go and get our little fish here. This actually makes it really super simple having the artwork underneath, so you can just color right over the top. Just like so. And then I didn't have a brown paint pen with me at the time, so here again, you want to check. I'm using the gold, and actually the gold makes it look like it's a little golden cookie, which is really kind of cool. There we go. So you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing my painting, and then we'll be ready for our next step. Now I'm going to let this little snack bag dry because you want to really make sure that the painters are dry. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the sandwich bag. Now the same thing with the sandwich bag, as you can see, I already did the little sandwich man, and I did him in black, and then I wrote the Lunch-a-Munch in red. Now I'm going to go ahead and color in our little sandwich. And you can see, here again, I'm going to use the gold for the peanut butter. So I'm going to color all that in. Then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to use white around the edge here because, after all, it is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So you can get the idea. You're going to paint white all the way around the edges. And then if you want the jelly, you could come in and add a little bit of jelly right here before you actually start painting. If you don't want jelly, you can just go ahead with the white for the bread. And I colored in his little cheeks, and then the outside edge, because it's, you know, the little bread crusts, we just colored that in too. So you get the idea. We're going to follow through, finish doing that. And his little hands, I think I'll make them green. So we're going to finish this up, and then we're going to come back when they're dry. Okay, once it's all dry, and this really takes a good hour to set up, so go ahead and do it, and then you may want to come back and color one more time. But I want to show you, this is the all part when you turn it over. Look how cute. You see their little faces through it. Now I'm going to line this up. Remember, we cut another piece equally the same size, and we're just going to line this up. So literally what we're doing is we're sandwiching the paint pen in between the vinyl, so that way it's not touching the food, and there's no way that it can get scratched from the front. So this is really kind of a cool way to do this. Now, if you want, there's two different ways we can finish, and we'll talk about that. You can either sew or do hand sewing. If you're going to do hand sewing, at this point, you're going to take the pattern, let's just grab that, and you're going to mark little dots. Now you see on the paper, there are dots all the way around the edge, and just you can use a pen or a marker and just mark all those little dots. And that's only if you're going to do hand sewing. Now, for the lunch bag, for the sandwich bag, remember we did one bigger piece and one smaller piece. Now that smaller piece we're going to line up just like so. Smooth it out. Now, turn this over. Look how cute that is. Isn't that fun? Love this. And here again, the paint marker's on this side. So this is why we're doing this upside down. So the paint marker won't get touch the food, or it won't get scratched from the top. And you're just going to lay that down. And here again, you're going to take the pattern. You're going to put the pattern underneath. Of course, I didn't cut this one quite the right size, but I'll go ahead. And put your little dots if you're going to hand sew. And the next step is we'll show you how to finish them up. Now on the lunch bag, I'm going to show you the lunch bag being hand sewn. The snack bag, I'll show you what's been done on the sewing machine. So once you have all your little dots, you're literally just going to take, this is just a piece of yarn, and I put it through a nice big needle with a big hole. And then you're just literally going to go up and down, or we're actually going up and around. So you're just kind of wrapping it around. And then you just finish it off in a knot. And look at that. Isn't that perfect? Now you've got a nice little pocket to put that sandwich in. Now for the snack bag, I did, like I said, I did sew it. And what I did is here's our little snack bag. Now, if you turn it over this way, this part goes up like so. So you can see the little snacks there. And then this piece goes over. Okay. So what I did to sew this, first I put a little piece of paper, or you could fold a little piece of tissue over the top, because your sewing machine does not like sewing the vinyl. It will stick to it. And then it just tears right off. So I sewed across the top first, then I folded it up to meet my little guidelines on the pattern. Then I sewed the sides, and I went all the way around. And here's one all finished for you. So you can see how I did that. And because I didn't have the yarn going over the edge, I just used a little bit of a zigzag scissors, and I just zigzagged around the edge. And for our very final step, I'm going to show you how to use a closure for them. For our very final step, we're going to be using adhesive back Velcro to make our closures for our bags. Now I have a great little tip for you. When I was trying to cut this with my scissors, I gummed them up. It made a mess. So I went to my X-Acto knife. I wonder if this will work, and watch this. I had to show you. This is so amazing. I'm going to have a nice sharp blade on there. Careful you don't cut your fingers. And just right down, look at this. I've got to go one more time. Oh, there we go. Now you could hear it cutting the loop. And then there you go. You've got your piece all ready to go. So what I'm going to do, and what I did is I did cut just a little bit, probably I'd say about a 1/4 inch off of the Velcro, just because it was a little too thick to make the closure on the bag. Now I looked at a lot of these bags online, the little snack bags and things like that, and they're all made with cloth, and you can't see what's inside. So I think this is a really great way, because you can actually see what's inside. So I'm going to start by peeling my the backing on this back. And as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of it there. So once the stuff sticks, it's on there. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to put the matching piece here. Just like so. Now we're going to do this to our snack bag. So this is really great because this shows you two different versions using the sewing machine versus doing hand sewing. So if you're afraid you don't have a sewing machine, you could still make these. And I actually think the yarns are really cute. And you could use some more vibrant colors along the edge if you wanted to. And the sewing also works really well. And, you know, they actually will keep the food from getting stale as well. I mean, not, you know, forever, but, you know, at least to go to lunch and back again. And the other nice thing is you can clean these really easily just by taking a damp cloth and just wiping them out on the inside. Okay, we're just going to close up our little Velcro closures just like this. And I think I'm ready to make a sandwich and put some snacks in and pack a lunch for tomorrow. I sure hope you like this project. I think it's really a lot of fun. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this. You know what we say, when creativity knocks, open the door.